like a star. Let's show the world who we can be by using our creativity. Come on.
Sometimes it's easy to feel like I've given all I got. Is there anything more? I get down, get stuck, boxed in, locked up. I gotta get moving, moving. Gotta get moving, moving. And all I see right in front of me are endless possibilities. Birds flying high and the planets in the sky. So creative, so innovative. How the river flows and how the grass grows. So creative, so innovative. Sometimes it's easy to feel like I've given all I got. Is there anything more? I get down, get stuck, boxed in, locked up. I gotta get moving, moving. Gotta get moving, moving. And all I see right in front of me are endless possibilities. Birds flying high and the planets in the sky. So creative, so innovative. How the river flows and how the grass grows. So creative, so innovative. A tiny little seed growing everything we need. So creative, so innovative. Turning sound into a song makes me wanna sing along. So creative, so innovative. All these things, they show me who you are. I'm made by you, created for you, and I'll share you with the world. Birds flying high and the planets in the sky. So creative, so innovative. That's right. How the river flows and how the grass grows. So creative, so innovative. A tiny little seed growing everything we need. So creative, yes you are. So innovative. Turning sound into a song makes me wanna sing along. So creative, so innovative.
Ooh, yellow is such a happy color. Hey, green, don't be jealous of how happy yellow is. You're just as awesome. Welcome to Story Lab. This week, we're talking about creativity, while we take a look at the story of a prisoner who used what God gave him to solve a huge problem. Hello, Red. Hey, I'm Skylar, and I'm waiting for...
I'm here! I'm Sebastian.
Okay, great. Today, we're talking about creativity, which is using your imagination to do something new. What do you have here?
A bag of gold.
Actually, corn can come in many colors besides yellow.
Black and brown.
Red and orange,
Green and blue.
even purple and pink.
There are many colors, but this corn is yellow.
But why have you brought in the corn?
Well, I was at the store and they had so much and they were selling it at a really low price, and I thought we could use it for today's activity. Or someday.
It's just that I also went to the store that was having a sale on something. Food coloring.
We use a lot of food coloring around here.
Right? But they had all 7 colors of the rainbow, and I thought we could use those for our activity today.
We have a problem.
I guess we didn't plan very well.
Maybe we could use our imaginations to find a solution.
What's something we can make that uses both corn and food coloring?
Rainbow popcorn! Let's make it!
The first thing we need to do is
Pop this corn. Whoa, never saw popcorn pop that fast.
pop your popcorn however you like to do it in your home. Then separate it into containers for each color you want to use. We have 7 colors, so we have 7 bowls of popcorn.
Now we need to mix our colors.
The color mix includes sugar, milk, and food coloring.
We'll also need some heat.
Since we're working with heat, definitely make sure you've got a grown-up to help you make this.
Let's mix our colors.
First, we need 1/3 cup of sugar.
I love sugar.
Me too, maybe a little too much.
And we pour it in.
Next, you need 2 tablespoons of milk. 1. Ooh. And 2. Finally, we'll need the food coloring. Let's start with purple.
Yes, purple.
Alrighty. Mix while you add the color. Add as much as you need to make sure you get the color you want.
3 to 4 drops. That purple looks amazing.
You want to mix until you can't quite see the sugar granules anymore. It might take 2 or 3 minutes.
When it's ready, we add the popcorn to the color, 2 to 3 cups at a time. And we stir quickly to spread the color around.
All right, ready?
3, 2, 1, go. Let's go.
You're gonna want to do more of a folding motion rather than a stirring.
Wow, this looks delicious. Can we eat it now?
We actually have to wait for the sugar to cool and harden.
Okay, speaking of waiting, it's time for...
The story before the story.
Today, we're in Book 1 of the Old Testament, Genesis. God created this amazing world, but people turned away and broke their relationship with God.
But God had a creative plan. God promised to restore people to relationship through Abraham and Sarah's family. One of Abraham's great-great-grandsons was Joseph.
God had given Joseph a gift for understanding dreams, but this gift got him into trouble with his brothers. Long story short, they sold him to be enslaved in Egypt. Even worse, Joseph was lied about and thrown into Pharaoh's prison.
But God had also given Joseph the gift of wisdom and the ability to lead others. So, even though he was in prison, Joseph was placed in charge of all the other prisoners.
Which is where our story starts.
Take it away.
Hey everyone, I'm Erica.
Hey, Erica.
Joseph must have felt like he had a world of problems on his back, but he was about to face a challenge bigger than being in prison. In fact, this challenge was bigger than the whole country of Egypt, but God had been preparing Joseph for many years. One day, Joseph saw that 2 of the other prisoners were upset.
What's wrong? Are you okay?
We both had dreams last night that have left us confused.
Yeah, we can't figure them out.
Because of his gift from God, Joseph was able to understand what the dreams meant, and everything Joseph told the 2 men came true. One of the men, the Pharaoh's drink taster, was released from prison just 3 days later. Before he left, he promised to tell Pharaoh about Joseph. But the drink taster forgot. Years went by. Yes, years. Joseph continued to serve faithfully in the prison. One day, Pharaoh himself had 2 dreams that he could not figure out.
Can no one tell me what these dreams mean?
Pharaoh had asked all the magicians and wise men of Egypt to help him, but none of them could offer an explanation.
Oh, great Pharaoh, I've just remembered. 2 years ago, you were angry and put me in prison. While I was there, I had a dream, and a young Israelite man told me what it meant. Everything he said came true.
Guards, bring me this Israelite at once.
Joseph was given clean clothes and a haircut and presented to Pharaoh.
I've heard you can interpret dreams.
I can't do it. My God is the one who knows what dreams mean.
Good enough for me. Here is my first dream. I was standing at the edge of the Nile River. 7 healthy cows came out of the water and started to eat. Then 7 bony, unhealthy cows came out of the water and ate the healthy cows, but stayed just as bony as they were before.
Pharaoh also explained the second dream, in which the same thing happened with heads of grain.
Now, young man, what do you say?
God had given Joseph a gift, and Joseph had practiced for many years. He was ready.
Both of Pharaoh's dreams mean the same thing. God is showing you the future. The 7 healthy cows and heads of grain represent 7 years where you will have plenty of food to harvest, more than you'll need. And the 7 skinny cows and dried up heads of grain represent 7 years of famine and hunger.
Then, God gave Joseph a creative idea.
You should find a man who is wise, understanding, and trustworthy. Put him in charge of all the food in Egypt. During the 7 years of plenty, he should gather and store it up. Then, during the years when there is very little, you'll have plenty to share.
Pharaoh looked at Joseph in amazement.
I think you are that man. Your God, who has given you this understanding, will be with you. So, I will make you second in command of all of Egypt.
Joseph was given finer robes and even Pharaoh's official ring. He had been enslaved or in prison for more than 10 years, yet now he was the second most important person in the whole land. During the next 7 years, Joseph traveled all over, making sure grain was stored up. Huge amounts of grain. So much grain, they couldn't even count it. Then, the famine came. No one could find enough to eat in Egypt or the lands beyond. People came from everywhere to beg Pharaoh for food. And he sent them to Joseph, who provided what each family needed to live. Even Joseph's own family came from Canaan in search of food. And in the end, the creativity God gave Joseph helped save Joseph's family from starvation too. The end.
So, was this a brand new way of storing food that Joseph invented?
Well, the Egyptians have never needed to store up this much food for so long. I mean, I can't imagine where I want to put all my popcorn for the next 7 years, along with all the other food.
So,
What's our part in the story?
You may never be imprisoned unfairly or asked to appear before a king, but we all encounter problems to solve in our daily lives. Some can seem smallish, and some can seem really big.
Like if I have a disagreement with one of my friends on how to play a game.
You can use the creativity God's placed inside you to figure out a new way to play together.
I feel like I'm not always that good at that kind of problem solving.
Well, remember that God has always been in the business of problem solving. Even when we turned away, God sent Jesus to restore our relationship with God. We're each made in God's image, so we can reflect that problem-solving creativity. But it does take practice. Joseph had to practice his gifts for years before he found himself in front of Pharaoh.
So, what if I don't know what my gifts are?
Well, you can use your imagination to help you figure this out. Think of things you do that seem to make others happy. Maybe writing a story or planning a party.
I like making snacks for my friends.
I like helping people organize things.
Sounds like you're on the right path. See you next time. Bye.
Bye, Erica.
So here's the thing. You can use what God gave you to solve problems.
Just like Joseph did.
Just like we used our imagination for
Rainbow popcorn. Do you think we should eat it all now or save some for later?
We should definitely save some for later, or you're gonna need a creative solution for a tummy ache.
Yum.
Thanks for joining us in the Story Lab. See you next time.
Let's go. Yes. First time.
And then we start the show off by smacking each other in the face with a pie.
Pies.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like we do that all the time.
Oh.
I think we can come up with something a little more creative.
Yeah. Okay, I agree. Oh, what about this? We start the show off on a boat.
A shrimp boat.
Ooh, I like it. And then a big storm comes up.
Oh, yes, and the storm pushes us to an ice world.
Where there's a water horse.
Oh, and singing ice sculptures.
Yeah, and then the storm pushes us all the way to South America.
Where we meet a house That's a lie.
And you can play the piano on its floorboards.
Yeah, and there's a cave there with a treasure inside.
But a boulder starts to chase us, and we have to jump out of the cave into the water.
Yeah, but this time instead of the boat, we climb into a seaplane.
Yeah, but we meet a big, giant snake who's really friendly, and the snake's name is Reggie.
Yeah, and the plane is pulling an enormous banner that says,
Welcome to the So-and-so Show! Oh, that is brilliant!
I know! Can we afford it?
Let's ask the accountant. No. Oh well.
Yeah. That works.
I'm John.
I'm Brandon, and
Welcome to the So-and-so Show! Oh, I wonder if that's the delivery.
A delivery?
Yeah. Woo! It arrived early, man.
What is it?
No, it's some new shelves from IDEA.
Oh.
Yeah, here.
Okay.
Help me out. Help me get them.
Yeah, hold on a second. Let me make some room.
All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, great idea. Thank you.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go.
Whoa, that's big.
It is big. Yeah, they're gonna be great. All right. Oh, this is heavy.
All right. Oh,
Okay.
man. It's okay. We got it. We're strong. Okay. Can you lift it a little higher? I got to get under it.
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Can you get it? All right.
All right, let's set it down. Okay. Woo! Okay, hopefully that was the hard part. Usually these things are pretty easy to put together.
What are these shelves for?
Well, we got so much stuff around here, I just thought we could use a little organization.
You felt like we needed to be more organized?
What? Is there a rule that says I can't be ridiculous and organized?
No, I like it. Let's do it.
Okay, great. Here we go. Come on. Here we go.
Here. Right. Whoa, okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Okay.
Here, hold your hands out. Here.
Hold my hands up.
Yeah. Here.
What are you doing?
Nothing. I'm taking the pieces out.
All right. Isn't there like an order you're supposed to do this in? What do the instructions say?
I don't see any instructions.
What? There's really no instructions?
I guess they forgot to put them in, man.
Oh.
But no worries, you and I are two creative people, right?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say woodworking.
And we both have God-given talents and gifts.
Hey, you're right.
Yeah.
We have a problem.
No instructions.
And we're going to use our creativity to figure it out.
Yes, we are. Cue the building montage. Well, I think we built it.
We certainly built something.
We solved one problem.
And created another.
Well, should we see what Kellen has to say?
I think so.
It's Bible Story Time with Kellen!
Hey guys, just let me say, that took some special skills to do what you two have done today.
Thanks.
And it's going to take even more to get us out of here.
You know, this kind of reminds me of today's story.
Is it about someone in the Bible who was trapped in a box?
No, but it is about someone who used their creativity to solve a big problem.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
And can I use your help to tell it?
I mean, what else are we gonna do?
Great. It's time for Human Head Puppet Theater. Today's story is about Joseph, someone who had an incredibly interesting life, and you can read all about his story in the book of Genesis. But very quickly, Joseph was one of 12 brothers, and he was special. God gave Joseph the ability to remember and understand dreams. Now, because of that, Joseph's brothers were jealous of him, so much so that they sold him into slavery in Egypt. After that, Joseph was thrown into prison. And while he was in prison, Joseph interpreted the dreams of 2 Egyptian king's servants, the baker and the wine taster. And that's where today's story begins. The Egyptian king, or Pharaoh, was sleeping one night, and he had a pretty interesting dream.
Oh, look! Those 7 healthy cows. They look so happy.
But then 7 other cows showed up.
Oh, look! Ew.
They were skinny and ugly.
Hey!
That's what it says. It also says that the skinny cows devoured the larger, healthier cows.
Get in my belly! Come back here, you healthy cows!
Then Pharaoh woke up.
Oh, what a nightmare! No more chili before bed. Oh, I'm still so sleepy. But I don't want to fall back to sleep.
Then he had another dream where 7 healthy stalks of grain were consumed by 7 dried up stalks of grain. This, of course, upset the Pharaoh. So the next morning, he asked all of his advisors all about his dreams.
And then the dried up grain swallowed up the healthy grain. Well, what does it mean?
I'm just the wine taster. Did you have chili before bed?
Isn't there anyone in my kingdom who can tell me what my dreams mean?
Wait. Do you remember the time that you had me thrown into prison a couple of years ago?
Yes.
Of course you do. Well, when I was there, I met a man who told me what my dreams meant. His name was Jonathan. No, Jamish. No, Joseph. His name was Joseph.
Bring him to me! Yes!
Right. Right. Yeah. I mean, you don't have to make fun of me. I could
go once.
So Joseph was cleaned up and brought out of prison to see Pharaoh.
You wanted to see me, Pharaoh?
Yes, I hear you can tell people what their dreams mean. Can you interpret mine?
I can't do it. But God can tell Pharaoh what his dream meant.
Pharaoh then recounted his dreams to Joseph. He told him about the 7 healthy cows that were eaten up by the 7 ugly and skinny cows. And then he told him about the 7 heads of grain that were swallowed up by the dried grain. Joseph thought about the dreams, then said,
both dreams have the same meaning. God has shown Pharaoh what's about to happen. There will be 7 years with plenty of food.
What? That's amazing! That's wonderful!
After that, there will be 7 years of famine. There won't be enough food. It will be so bad, everyone will forget about the 7 good years.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Give it to me straight. What do we need to do?
Pick someone wise and put them in charge. Have them take 1/5 of the harvest every year during the 7 years of plenty. That way, when the famine hits the country, it won't be destroyed because it doesn't have enough food.
I see. We will do what you say because the Spirit of God is obviously with you. Oh, and BT Dubs, you're in charge because God has made all this known to you.
Huzzah!
So Joseph was put in charge of Egypt, and he put his plan into action. They saved food for 7 years, and when the famine hit, they had food to share, not just with the people of Egypt, but with people from all over. God had given Joseph an amazing gift, the gift to interpret dreams. And Joseph chose to use his gift to help solve a huge problem in Egypt. The end.
Wow.
Yeah.
Joseph used what God gave him to solve an entire nation's problems.
I wonder if our creativity will ever be used for something that big. Yeah.
You never know. God gave us all certain gifts and talents for a reason, and it sure would be a shame if we didn't use them. Well, I think my work here is done. Until next time.
Thanks for the story, Kellen.
Yeah, thanks.
So, we're still in a box.
Yeah.
Reveal the question! Oh, okay. How have you seen someone solve a problem?
Oh, when I was a kid, I got caught out in the rain, and a friend of mine made me an umbrella out of an old kite.
What? Oh, wow. Oh, once I saw a guy defuse a bomb using a paper clip and a tube of toothpaste.
Was it MacGyver?
Yes.
God has given us all different gifts. We should look for ways to use them.
Yeah, like to get out of this thing.
Exactly.
Whoa, whoa. Okay, we'll see you guys next week for a brand new show.
Bye.
When did you get that? Wait. We need our we need our safety goggles.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
There you go. Thank you.
All right. Right, I'm a little hungry.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's great.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. Woo, that's good.
All right, let's get out of this thing.
All right, wait. You need any butter or anything like that?
Oh, yeah, do you mind?
No, yeah, it's in the basement.
Okay. We're in the basement.
No, below.
Oh, the box's basement.
How long they had to hold this?
I don't know. They haven't shot yet.
I don't know.
Did he say cut? Did he say cut?
I'm drilling on myself.
You're drilling?
Yeah.
I'll try to light it up.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Yeah.
Still going? I'm going crazy.